Hello, my spookies. Welcome to Joe's Ghost Diaries. Today, we're going to talk about the most haunted U.S. military base in the world. It is in Okinawa, Japan. It is the Kadena Air Base. Trigger warning. There is talk of domestic violence and suicide in this video. So, if that's something that can trigger you, please click off and find one of my other videos to watch. Let's get into it. The most haunted building in the military is located here as well. It is building 2283. It is a single-family home for field-grade officers and is currently vacant if the building still exists, but I'll get into that. It is across the street from the Okinawan samurai warrior's tomb. Military.com said a Marine Corps officer allegedly bludgeoned his wife in the house. WeAreTheMighty.com said an Air Force officer allegedly murdered his entire family before he killed himself in the 70s, and that the next family felt paranoid and unrestful until the father of the family stabbed everyone. So that's 3 murders, brutal family massacres in one house. It is currently used for storage because no one can stand to live there. It is next to a daycare where teachers witnessed children throwing toys over the fence, and the children who were throwing the toys said that the children on the other side of the fence were asking for toys. Now here's where it gets confusing, because the building was rumored to be demolished in 2009. And it took so long to demolish because workers reported headaches, hallucinations, and a high rate of on-the-job injuries. So, it's possibly demolished and no longer used for storage. I'm not sure. Passers-by have reported hearing children crying and strange laughter. There have been several different ghosts seen in the home, and we're going to get into that right now. There is the spectral samurai warrior who rides through on a horse. There is a woman who washes her hair in the sink. There is reports of a curtain opening in front of a tour group when no one's in the house. Lights and faucets turning on by themselves. Phone ringing, even though there is no phone line attached to the house. And there is one report of the house glowing. Crazy. Residents have reported bloodstains on the carpets and curtains, and, quote, an unearthly chill, end quote, in the room that a teenage girl was stabbed to death by her stepfather. Also on the Kadena Air Base are the ghostly guard gates at Old Gate 3. World War II era U.S. soldiers have been seen at Camp Hansen's Old Gate 3. They are seen covered in blood and asking for a cigarette or a match. Once a cigarette is lit, the ghost of the soldier disappears. World War II era Japanese soldiers are also seen at this gate. Sightings were so frequent that the living guards refused to stand guard there until the gate was eventually closed. And there are videos all over the internet, so if you look up Camp Hansen's Old Gate 3 ghost videos, you're going to find a lot of ghostly video stuff. Another location is the Banyan Tree Golf Course Cave. During World War II, the Japanese had a field hospital on the grounds that would one day become the golf course. When U.S. forces took over Okinawa in 1945, Japanese nurses committed suicide in a nearby cave. The Japanese propaganda made the nurses so terrified of Americans that they would rather kill themselves than be captured by them. Locals refused to go near the cave because the nurses are still haunting the cave. The location is part of Kadena's annual Halloween ghost tour. So if you're ever in Okinawa on Halloween, try and see if you can get yourself on that Kadena ghost tour. The last place I'm going to talk about is Midas Point and their Prophet of Doom. An elderly man is seen walking around a tomb near the water. If the old man is seen, a body will wash ashore in a few days. Midas Point was the location of another Japanese field hospital during World War II, and the point is the location that many suicide jumpers throw themselves off the cliff. Scuba divers report seeing ghosts underwater near the cliff, and it's suspected that they are suicide jumpers jumping for all eternity. So that is the Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan, the most haunted U.S. military base in the world. There's a lot of crazy things going on in that story. My personal favorite is the samurai running through the house on a horse, just because I love that visual. And that's it. Follow me on Twitter at Joe's Ghost Diaries. Support this channel by going to patreon.com/Joe's Ghost Diaries and become a donor. And then we can fund all sorts of cool things, better equipment, better editing software. We can fund to go on trips and go investigating, which I'd love to do. And yeah, stay spooky. I love you.